Hey everybody, welcome to the Mother's Day challenge webinar. This is, I think, challenge number 18 that I'm running. Holy crap, that's a lot. Anyway, give me one in the chat box if you guys are there. If you can hear me and see my screen, you should see Google with the Mother's Day date. Let me know. Everybody good? All right, yep. And let me know where you're located too. So we got already somebody from Atlanta, right on. Whereabouts on Earth are you? Guernsey Channel Islands, UK. Wow, very cool. Where else you guys from? I got more than that. There's more people here. I can see the numbers. Pacific Northwest, South Carolina, Las Vegas. All right. We got a lot of people in the States, a couple people in the UK. Any Canadians? You guys hiding? We actually had last week here, it was 20 degrees Celsius, and today it's -2 and there's snow on the ground again. This weather is just nuts. Completely insane. All right, I'm going to dive in because I got a lot to cover here. So my goal right now is this. I want to get you guys at least 5 sales on Mother's Day necklaces in the next 3 weeks. So we have a goal, we have a time frame, we got to hit it. That's what we're going to do. So Mother's Day, I know in the UK is different. I think it actually already passed. In North America, though, it's on Sunday, May 9th. So that is the one we're going to focus on. If you're in the UK, it's okay because you can still advertise to North America. And if I'm in Canada, I can advertise to the UK too. So Mother's Day kind of passed there. I think it was, I can't remember when it was. I think it just passed recently. But this is interesting. They said in the US, Mother's Day is celebrated on the second Sunday of May each year. The idea started in America when a woman called Anna Jarvis held a small memorial service for her own mother on May 12th, 1907. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. Yeah, so Mother's Day in the UK was last Sunday, right? So over here, across the pond, it is May 9th. So how many days do we have? Days until 54 days, which means we can subtract about 2 weeks from that. So you're looking at about 40 days of solid testing and selling. Because if we leave 2 weeks before as a very conservative estimate for shipping, that means that they'll have the products in plenty of time for Mother's Day. So you can continue right up to the day, but you have to change your landing page to reflect that. So what I do is I'll keep my campaigns going, but I'll change the landing page to say that yes, you can still buy this, but you probably won't have it for Mother's Day. So you're probably going to have to send her a little card or something saying it's on its way. And with shipping and what's going on right now, I think people will understand. Anyway, what are we going to do here? Well, we're going to talk about what to sell, how to sell it, and then the next step for you guys. So I'm not going to do my usual slides. I've been working on what appears to be random, but it's not. I do have a plan. So we're going to start with what to sell, and that is basically necklaces. But the question I have for you guys is, did you buy your mom a Mother's Day gift last year? And what did you get her? Let me know in the chat. I bought my mom actually a coffee mug, and it was that sibling mug that said, I love how we don't even have to say that I'm your favorite and then love me. I gave her that coffee mug. I actually got it from Gear Bubble, and she laughed, and my sister laughed. So that was a good one. But this time we're doing more mushy stuff. So we're doing necklaces. So where do we find these things? Let's go look at our favorite place. And it doesn't have to be just a necklace. It could be a message card as well. That works. So right off the hop, people always ask me, and somebody's already asking me, can I use Shine On for this? You can use Shine On, but I have no way to track TikTok ads with Shine On yet. That's the only issue. So once they figure that out, and it's just a matter of putting a third-party snippet area in their tracking, then we'll be able to do it. But for now, I can't because they don't have that ability. So there's no workaround with Google Analytics or anything like that, like we can do any other time. So not good. So let's look at here. Yeah, you can tell I've been looking at Mother's Day stuff, right? There's a whole bunch of mugs. And actually, if you guys are selling mugs, this one seems to be doing very well. I'll just show you this real quick. Of all the vaginas in the world, I'm so glad I tumbled out of yours. Like, dear God, that's hilarious. So reviews for that item, there's 7. But this mug is all over the place. I've seen it everywhere. So when you're on Etsy and you want to find necklaces, though, go like this: to my mom, and then you can go necklace. That should pull up necklaces. Last time it did. So now Etsy's getting filled with like message cards and necklaces, and I don't know why, but they keep sending me to the UK page, even though I'm not in the UK. Here's some necklaces though. $7.99. Dear God. I don't know why people do this. They undervalue their stuff big time. Makes it look cheap, in my opinion. I don't care about. I don't know why they're sending me to the UK. I'm in Canada. Can I change that? CAN. No. CA maybe. There. That's better. So here we go. We got a whole bunch, and what we're looking for is basically um, mushy, or we can even do funny on these too. So lately, what I've been doing is I think that a lot of well, basically the majority of the necklaces I've done in the past have been mushy, right? But I've been researching quite a bit, and I've been finding that a lot of necklaces and message cards that I'm finding now are actually funny. They have like funny sayings on them. So the way to do that is, I'll give you a little secret here. I was going to say this for the training, but find a mug that's funny, okay, and selling, and put it on a necklace or a message card. So, and this is kind of giving away things. I'm getting ahead of myself, but something like this, you can put that onto a message card, and it works very well. I've been testing this quite a bit. If you're getting sick of the mushy stuff and you want to go more funny, you can combine them. So, well, these little shits, Jesus, $5. Like, how is this person making money? I don't. Etsy's starting to become like Amazon, like just a complete race to the bottom. This is nuts. These prices, these people can't be making money at this. And why am I showing in pounds? I'm not in the UK. Stop showing me. Etsy, go away. I'm in Canada. Leave me alone. All right, so something like this, what I would do is I would do my screenshot thing. And as you're going through all these, just take a screenshot. So we're going to find a couple, put them in, save them to a folder. But I want to find funny. I'm going to get off Etsy because it's really annoying me. So I'm going to go like this. Funny mug. Okay, here we go. And then we can go to images. We'll get a whole bunch. Hold on, let me overthink this. Thanks for being an awesome life. Keep that shit up. Well, there you go. So you could take something like this. Has anybody ever bought anything from Wayfair? I heard it's just like AliExpress, but more popular, I guess. Let's see it on here. Click this. Okay. Oh, that's an ad too. Well, that's good. So these are ads, sorry. And when you look up here, their page is actually broken. So good job. Let's go down here. If found in microwave, please return to mom. That's good. Mom, you're going to be a grandma. Ooh, wait, what? One day. Until then, here's a mug. Oh my God. Okay, we got one here. That is awesome. What mom wouldn't crap their pants when they got this one? So here's the thing: you save that, right? I use Snagit and I save it. But think of this: we could do a message card where it says, "Mom, you're going to be a grandma," or "Congrats, your mom, you're going to be a grandma," and then in tiny print, put "One day. Until then, here's a necklace." Who's going to do this one? Don't do it. I want to do it first. So this this is like I'm really leaning more towards the funny stuff now on for this round because I haven't really done it before because I've stayed away. But I'm finding that the all the training that I've done, like this is challenge number 18 for me. I need to mix things up and I need to adjust and adapt and move forward too because I've trained so many people on how to do the mushy necklaces that everybody's doing the mushy necklaces. So it's time to shift gears and stay ahead of the curve and get stuff out there that nobody's seen before. So this necklace is what I'm actually going to do on a message card, and I'm going to do it in the training. So unless I find one better, I reserve the right to change my mind. But my God, imagine that, handing that to your mom. Like I would even put in the video, like, oh, that's just perfect. Like that's the way to go viral, right? On TikTok. Because if you have a video of this and then you say, give this to your mom and record her reaction, like that's perfect. Because you think of it, the people who are on there, they want attention and like they're doing all these TikTok dance challenges and all that other weirdo internet challenges. So if we give them fuel for the fire, that's going to go viral. And that's something like that is I've never seen that on a necklace. Even that on a mug is hilarious to me. Like I'm my the wheels are spinning right now where I'm thinking, guess what my mom's getting for for Mother's Day this year? I'm going to put this on a message card and or a necklace and I'm gonna give it to her. And I'm gonna record her reaction because that's perfect. That's what I want. Like I love doing this type of webinar too because I come up with so many ideas and I love it. So that's definitely going to be one. Here's another one. Swearing moment. So okay. Oh, this is actually the one I did. So dear mom, thanks for putting up with a spoiled, ungrateful, messy, bratty child like my sister is what I said. And then I put love and then I had it personalized. So this kind of thing too will work. The other thing too is I'm gonna take a picture of that to remind me. Um, for message cards, if we want to run those, we can run them and we can run them personalized too with Gear Bubble. So we can't do that with Shine On unless you take the file and you manually do it. But with Gear Bubble, you can actually create it and then they can just input their name. And that's what I did on the mug that I sold. So this one is kind of like, mom, more cute, I guess, which is not bad. Not the worst one. Or I just thought of something too, like, you know how they have like number one mom? We could put like number two mom because there's probably a mom out there better than you or something like that. Like just something where I know my mom would like smack me for it. That's what I'm thinking. No matter how hard life gets, at least you don't have ugly children. That's a good one too. You could spin that to like a message card very easily. So, dear mom, no matter how hard life gets, at least you didn't have ugly children. Happy Mother's Day, right? That'd be good. This one, thanks for being my mom. If I had a different mom, I would punch her in the face and go find you, your favorite. So that's one that's been floating around a lot from the low hanging system program. A lot of people in there are doing that one. This one's funny, little shits. Dear mom, thanks for wiping my butt and stuff. Love your name here. That is kind of weird, but funny. I don't know, different. So I just go through these. Oh my God, my mother was right about everything. And then maybe. What's the hardest part of parenting? Without a doubt, it's the kids. Yeah, mom's a monster. If you think I'm crazy, you should see my mother. And then this one. I don't know if Trump mugs would work as well now. Uh, maybe that has run its course, but I mean his base is still like super. Let's call them passionate. So maybe that would work. I don't know. I'm the mom, so let's just assume I'm right. My kids are always accusing me of having a favorite child, which is ridiculous because I don't like any of them. That's good. This might be wine. So, yeah, why am I looking at these? Because I'm going to be doing a cross, pulling stuff off mugs and putting them on message cards. That's what somebody was asking. I don't just believe in miracles, I rely on them. My nickname is Mom, and my phone name is Mom, 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 Mom. That's good. Moms, like dads, only smarter. Debatable. This lady is an awesome mom. First coffee, then mom shit. Okay. Losing my mind one kid at a time. So there you go. There's a ton of them, right? Like there's pages and pages. I'm not going to keep you guys here all day with me getting pumped up about possible ones I'm going to do. So when you do go to the images, though, you'll see the sponsored. And anytime you see a sponsored with an image and a link, it's a Google Shopping ad. So they're putting Google Shopping ads here. Oh my God. Oh, I have to click this. Now, wow, to a new mom. Dear God. I'm wondering about this word on TikTok. May or may not be good to go. But the beauty of TikTok is if you have an issue with the wording or anything, then you can always submit a ticket, and they're usually pretty good. Well, actually, my experience has been very good with them for responding and just figuring out if anything's wrong with it. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Anyway, so we've got a ton of ideas. We're going to put them on a message card or a necklace, and we're going to sell it. So now, how the heck do we sell it? Well, that's where we go over here. So I'm going to go to a new one, actually here. Well, I want to give you some stats first. This is revenue. I think that's what I was looking at. So we're going to combine our product with this. This is just a blog, but they had some good stats in here. I love it when blogs like launch a million pop-ups at you as soon as you land on there. Okay, so in November 2017, ByteDance acquired the popular, also China-based, would-be rival app Musical.ly. So Musical.ly was something that I know my girls were using all the time. TikTok was merged with Musical.ly in August 2018. With the app's user accounts migrated to their TikTok accounts, this was seen as a way for the Chinese app to enter the US market, with Musical.ly already boasting a considerable American audience. They do, there's a lot of Americans on there. So TikTok, or Douyin, formerly Musical.ly, use the app largely to create, share, and view content based around lip syncing, dancing, comedy skits, and other activities. And believe me, they do this all day long. Like my kids go through cycles where there'll be like a dance challenge on TikTok, and they'll go nuts for like a week or two with their friends and everything. And we'd be sitting at the dinner table, and my daughter will be like flapping her arms around. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm practicing a TikTok dance for my video." I'm like, "Dear God, wow." It gets annoying after a little bit of time. So, uh, and even they say it appeals to young people, but this is the key. There's quite a few older ones too. So it is becoming more and more popular. Um, and it's not just people who are like under 18. There's a ton of people who are over 18 that are on there. And those are the people that we want to target with our products. So if we know they're on there and we know they're doing lip syncing, dancing, comedy skits, and other physical activities and recording themselves and posting it, I don't know if it's this article or not, but um, they're looking for attention. That's what it was saying when I was reading through one of these. Briefly banned in India for more out. Well, that doesn't matter. We're not going to sell to India. Been investigated by the U.S. over national security concerns, of course, because it's from China. So they're worried about that. Launched there. I'm looking for the numbers. Okay, 689 million TikTok users internationally. 600 million in China. Oh, geez. 100 million in the US. I don't know what the date is on this. 100 million in Europe. 17 million UK, 11 million in France, 11 million in Germany, 6 billion lifetime downloads of the app on the iOS App Store and Google Play as of December 2020. So that means there's a lot of people using this. And here it is. TikTok 2020 downloads estimated at between 850 million and 987 million. Okay. I'm trying to look for the age too. It's showing in here. Gotta find it. They had a breakdown. By country, oh, here we go. So US, 65 million. And what do you guys have? Like 330 million in the US, stuff like that. So a large portion of your population is actually on TikTok, which is good. So we can target US, but we can do very well. I saw a post from another guy in another group. He was in, I can't remember which country he was in, but it wasn't like the UK or Canada or the United States or anything like that. He was in some other country, and he said that he could not target the US with his ads. And I'm like, what? It's right. Just scroll down to the bottom. It's right there. And he didn't have it. So apparently, if you're not in like North America or the UK, they will limit where you can actually advertise, I guess, which is fine. But Here it is, gender. This surprised me, and I actually don't believe this, but look at this, male. They're saying males are 53% of the users. Like, I thought it would be more like 70% female, but that's just because of my limited uh, view of the app based on my daughters. So I guess men are on there too, which is good to know because now we can make products to suit both genders. So with the challenge, the Mother's Day challenge that I'm doing, it's not going to be love your son or love your daughter. It's going to be like love either one. And I'm going to go very broad with the targeting too when I launch all these. Uh, yeah, here we go. Use, man, that's crazy. Oh, here's the age. Here it is. So Douyin is, I guess this is the stats from the old one. Oh, well, let's go to this one. US TikTok users by age and gender. Perfect. So 10 to 19, look at that. Overall, it's about 32%, right? But here's a nice bucket. 20 to 29, look at that. About a third of the users are 20 to 29, and then the remaining third is 30 plus. So there is a lot of opportunity from here down. So basically, 2/3 of the app users are who we can target with our ads. If they're 10 to 19, we're not really going to even bother with them. But these male stats are actually surprising me. I didn't know it was like 41% male, 58% female. I thought that would be way different. But the key is this. There are older women on there. There are a small portion of older men on there. So if we can put something funny and cute for Mother's Day in front of them, where we can tell them like, "Hey, film a reaction," I think this is a good plan, and I think this will get sales. And the beauty of it is the TikTok world is wide open for ads. I even said to my daughters, like, whenever you see an ad, take a screenshot of it and send it to me. And all they're sending me is brands, like big brands that are on there. There's no little guys like us that are advertising on there. At least they're not advertising to my girls. Now, mind you, could be because they're all under 19, but that could be a big reason. But still, they're just seeing brand ads. They're not seeing like Old Navy's on there a lot, apparently, but they're not seeing anything else. Sorry about that. My dog just saw a dog out the window. So the opportunity is huge. I've already been running ads on there, and I've got sales on there. But this time, I'm going to show you guys kind of how to get them a little bit better, because it's kind of like riding a bike, right? The first time you ride a bike, you probably fall off, scrape your knee, hurt yourself. Second time you ride your bike, you might fall off again, and eventually you get on that bike and you can just go, and then you can go faster and faster, and then you start hitting some jumps and doing all these cool tricks. That's where I'm getting to now with TikTok ads. It didn't take me long to figure it out. So there's a lot of certain ways that we need to run things and a lot of little tips and tricks that I'm going to teach you guys along the way in the challenge. So there's more details here, but most follow TikToks. I don't even recognize half these people. Well, Will Smith, I recognize that, but I'm old. So like, who's this? I just have to Google this. What is she? American social media personality and dancer. Okay, so if she's a dancer, that's probably American dancer. All right, TikTok. Okay, so yeah, if you're a dancer on TikTok, my God, you're gonna do very well. What followers? Why is she so famous out of these? Got famous on the app, but once the final bell rang, she curated her TikTok content and amassed more than 17 million followers. Can you imagine if you had 17 million followers? The amount of money you would make? Jeez. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. So that, I guess, is that the number one person on there that they're saying? Yeah, most followed. Learn something new every day. And I'm guessing, is this one in a dancer too? Let's see. TV personality. Okay. Uh, and dancer. Just started. What does TV personality mean? Oh, Marnie's World. James, never heard of that. Yeah. I see. I'm so out of the loop with who these people are, why they're popular. But that's the thing. I don't care. I don't. Hey, if you have 17 million followers, you're doing something right. That means people are following you. They're watching you. You're doing very well. So cool. Now you're getting eyeballs on the app. That's good for me as a marketer because now I can come in and put ads in front of them and sell my stuff. That's all I care about. So what they're doing on there is up to them, and who they are is up to them. I don't even need to be an expert on TikTok or why people become famous or any of that. And in fact, I never plan on even figuring it out. I just go where the opportunity is, and right now the opportunity is right there. So okay, so we know what we're doing. We're selling necklaces. We're going to use TikTok ads. Let's do this. I did this in a training recently. The question I get, and I'm surprised nobody asked this yet, but how much can I make? So if you guys have seen this before, you're going to get a review real quick. So I'm going to make a Google Sheet and I'm going to share it with you guys. If it loads. Come on, why are you so slow? What's going on here? All right, so how much can I make with TikTok ads? With, here, Will's Mother's Day Challenge number 18. All right, here we go. So here's our price. We're going to sell a necklace or a message card, right? Here's our base cost, which is like put that $7.95. So that gives us a profit of that minus that. Oh, I did that wrong. So our profit before ads is going to be that minus, get on there. There we go. So at 32, and then ads cost, let's say it costs us what? Let's be realistic, 25. So our net profit before tax, right? I'm excluding taxes. I could put it in, but nobody ever does. Oops. Okay. And I'll share the sheet with you guys. So plus that minus that. So let's say we make $7 a sale. How much can we make? So now let's go over here. Let's go with the starting point, and then we'll go with an increment. Okay, so now units sold, net profit. Okay, so plus that, and then put a 1 in there. I'll just go by 1. So the net profit is going to be our units sold times our net profit. And then this one is going to be that plus our increment. I'm just going to put little dollar signs on here. That means it'll stick to that cell. And then I'm going to go that times that again, but I'm going to put dollar signs in here. And then I'm going to go copy this, and I'm going to go down quite a bit. This is a good exercise too, because it gives you some perspective, and we can play around with the numbers. So this is assuming like an increment of 1. So if we sold 1, we make $7. Okay, if we sold 10, we made $70. If we sold 20, we made $140. If we sold 30, we're at $210. So you can see how obviously the profit goes up as you go. Now let's say it costs us a little bit more to get an ad or to get a sale. Let's say it's $26. Look at how our profit changes. Right? Now let's look at the ROI as well. So your return on investment is going to be your profit divided by your ad cost. And then percentage wise. So that's 23.08 ROI. So let's say we sold it for 20. So we can play around with this. Look at how the numbers jump. So if we keep this going, well, let's change the increment. Let's go by 5s. So say you want to hit like $500 profit. Well, you got to sell 46 necklaces at a cost of $20 ad cost. We'll give you a $12 net profit per sale at an ROI of 60%. That's a little bit high. Let's go 21. That's more reasonable. 21. So now that moves down to 46. So 46 sold will get you $506 in profit. Now, how do we get to this number, to this 46 number? Well, we're going to have to test quite a bit. So getting these sales is a part where people never seem to reach this point, because I'll tell you, here's what typically happens. So to get sales, we need to test. And I'll put this success rate. For me, it's 28%. So 28% of the time, I'll find a big winner. Okay, so we'll adjust this too. So now how many to get X sales? So if I want 46 sales, then I'll go that divided by that. Then I need to, that didn't work. If I test 46, and should multiply. I want to find one winner. Okay, sorry. Yeah, if I want to get a sale. So let's change this. Sorry, bounce around. I want to go that times that. There we go. That's better. Test. So if I test 47 necklaces at 28% success rate, I'm going to find 12 winners. So if I test 30, I'm going to find 8. If I test 15, I'm going to find 4. If I test 8, I'm going to find 2. If I test 6, I'm going to find 1.6. So every time I test basically 4 necklaces, I find a winner. And that winner is not necessarily a big winner. If you're looking at a big winner rate, it's more like this, 12%. Oops. So now if I test 4, that's going to be percent. If I test 4 tests at a 12% big winner success rate, I'll have half a winner. So I know I got to go to like at least 9. So I know I'll have to test 9 products at a 12% success rate to find one big winner. That one big winner would now go over here, and this is where we'll start getting sales on it. Does that make sense to you guys? Everybody follow that? So your success rate is key, but this number, how many you test, is absolutely vital. So now you figure, okay, if I'm testing 9, and let's say I'm spending $50, so I'll put this test budget, and I'll put 50. Say I spend 50 per sale, and then test that, then total test spend is going to be 9 times $50, $450. So what I'm seeing a lot of is people see this number and they're scared to get there. They're even scared to spend this much on a test because they think that they'll never find this big winner. So if you're making 9 tests, that should not be a dollar sign. It should be a number. There. If you're doing 9 tests, spending $50 on each one, that's 450 spent. Then in order to break even, you would need to sell 41 of your big winner to break even. Now, what happens when your big winner, if you can get to 41 sales on a big winner, you can easily get down here and beyond. So now we can increase our increment to like 10. Now you're at, okay, there's your 41. Let's say you get to 101. So let's say just using these numbers that you spent $450 testing, you found a big winner, and now it's produced this profit. So let's figure that out. So let's go net profit. Let's just take this one. That's 91 sales. And then testing spent. And then we'll go that. Then we'll go that minus that. Now you're up $551. And then you just keep going from there because you already found your winner. So what do you do at that point? Well, you keep testing and then you keep pumping out the winners. So this is the part where a lot of people struggle because they see this number and they run, or they spend this number and they run after it doesn't work. when what they don't realize is this comes into play. It's all, this part of it is science. There's no doubt about this. This is not theory. This is how it actually works. I know I'm putting it on a spreadsheet, but I want you guys to visually see how the system works. So if you don't do this part and you don't do the test part, you're not going to get to this part ever. You're not going to get to any of these. But that usually means taking a loss up front in order to get there. So then I'll see a couple people that will say, okay, fine. Will says I got a test. So I'm going to do 2. Well, there's your sales from your test. You got a quarter of a sale. So at minimum, even if I do 4, I'm at that. At 8, I'm almost at 1 sale. At 9, I'm at a sale. And odds are at 12% success rate, it's a big winner. Okay. So if you come into my challenge and you do this, and then you go, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. No, it doesn't work. I guarantee you, 99% of the time, anybody who tried anything on my forums and did this minimal effort, got this minimal result, it actually proves that the system does work. The system is actually doing exactly what it should. It's just this number was not high enough. That's the only fault in the whole program. And this one aspect of my whole system and how I train people and how I teach people is something that no matter how much I bark at them and insist, some people just dig their heels in and will not do it because all they see is money going out and they don't see any coming in yet. So they give up. And I mean, I get it in a way because if you haven't had a big winner yet, it's very difficult to accept that I'm going to spend like $450 on 9 tests and then Will says by then I'll have a big winner. You will, but it's hard for them to digest as a human because all they see is money going out and they don't see anything coming in yet. So a lot of people, and I would say it's the majority, unfortunately, who attempt anything in online sales and selling products like necklaces or message cards or coffee mugs or whatever it may be, especially with paid ads. The effort is the want is there and the need is there, but the execution is missing the one aspect that I can't control. So it's like I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make him drink, right? So what I've been doing lately is I've been showing people this sheet so that I can walk them through the whole process and give them the 30,000-foot view so that they know that everything that I'm training them to do is for a reason. And there's a reason we do tests. There's a reason we do research. There's a reason we have to spend money to make money. Because once you find that big winner and it pops, there is zero doubt at all. But unfortunately, the majority don't get to that point where they find the big winner. And then so a second scenario is people will say, okay, you know what? I'm in, I buy it. I accept what he's saying. The guy's got to know what he's talking about because he sold over 7 figures of this stuff, which I have. But so I'll do, instead of 1 or 2, I'll do like 4 or 5, right? So let's say I'm going to give it the old college strat. I'm going to do 5. If I find a winner, great. If I don't, I'm out of here. Well, here you go. There's 5 out of 12% success rate. You're at 0.6 of a sale. So the numbers don't lie. I mean, the numbers are there. And as the newer you are, the lower this goes. So if I'm at 10%, that means I got to test at least 10 products to find one big winner that I can scale. And then the numbers start to make sense. So I'm going to share this with you guys right in the forum right now, just so you know we're live. Let me put that in there. Right. Oh, well, speaking of which, so what's the next step? So we're coming up. Oh yeah, we're coming up on time here. If you guys have any questions, post them too. So the next step is this. Go here, ppccoach.com/trial. This is what I want to do. I want to teach you how to sell at least 5 Mother's Day necklaces on TikTok in the next 3 weeks because the challenge runs for 3 weeks, right? The first live one starts in basically a little under 2 days. So it's 10:40 on Thursday. So you're going to click this. You're going to go here. It's $1 trial for 7 days. If you're in there already, awesome. I'm going to see you in there. Fill that out. You'll be taken to a thank you page. When you get in there, you're going to be in the forums. So in the forums, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to call this how much can I make with the here's the sheet from the webinar. There. Now I just have to make it shareable. So once you get in there, you're going to go in, be taken to this one. So it says welcome. There's the table of contents. There's the current challenge. You do have to register for the webinar. And also this too, how can I have my membership paid for every month? So you get a $1 trial and then it converts to $50 after that. But if you want to have that paid for, if you refer 2 people into the forums, your membership's paid for. So there's the link to find out more. How do we train you? It's a challenge system. Do they work? Yeah. It's 3 live training sessions that you're going to go through with me. So you're going to watch me walk through everything over my shoulder. A bunch of other stuff you can do, but then I want you to go and introduce yourself in here. So just go in, write a little introduction, tell everybody who you are. That's it. That's what you need to do. So we need to find products. We're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to take like funny coffee mugs. We're going to slap them on a message card or a necklace. I will teach you exactly how to do that, exactly how to do everything from A to Z. And then I'm going to show you exactly how to run the ads, run the tests, find the winners, and then scale them. So I have a plan. I have a system. The numbers do not lie. We're going to do this. The only thing that won't work, where did my sheet go? Where did my sheet thing go? Did I lose it? The only reason this will not, oh, there we go. The only reason this does not work is if, I have to do this. If we don't do enough tests, that's it. Everything else is there. Change that on link, done. So now you guys won't have to send me a message. I'll even make it pretty. Yeah, the only time this stuff doesn't work is when people just don't follow through on their end of the bargain. So you guys are not those people. I know I see a lot of good names in here that I recognize, and I know you guys can do this. And I think this sheet is going to get you over that mental hurdle of, you know, I know I'm putting money out there. Eventually money is going to come back in. Does that all make sense to you guys? All right, I'm going to go through some questions. Let's see. Link to spreadsheet right there. Oh, if you're not in the challenge, maybe I'll put this in the group too. You guys want it in the group too? I'll put it in there. How much is it actually costing you to sell one necklace on TikTok currently? Right about here. So I'm at about 33% ROI, 24 bucks. Training includes gear bubble setup. Yep, 100%. And again, I know people want to do Shine On too. It's just we can't yet because we can't track it. So TikTok has tracking pixels that we have to place, and there's no way to place them on the platform on Shine On. If you have a Shopify store with Shine On, you can do it. But I'm not really showing Shopify stores in this challenge because that's a whole other layer and a whole other expense and a whole other whole can of worms that I don't want to open. Plus, if you do a Shopify store, then you're doing the customer service. If you do it direct on a platform, then they're doing the customer service. So all I have to do is come up with good ideas, test them, find winners, and scale them. I don't have to do the customer service. I don't have to answer the people saying, "Where's my necklace? I bought it 3 hours ago. Why isn't it on my doorstep?" Like that actually happens. So you don't want to do that. Can I show a TikTok sample ad? Yep, I can. I actually have one here in Fiverr that I bought. This one is not the best, but oh, probably under orders here. So yeah, this is kind of getting ahead too, but how can you buy these? Or how can you do these if you can't do an ad? Well, you can go here. So it's 14 seconds. So I don't know if you can hear that music. It's awful. But I paid a guy to do that. But the one I actually did, and the one I'll teach you guys to do, I think is even better. So Fiverr is just once you have the ratio right for TikTok, it's easy. And I'll show you tools that you can use to do this. And I actually walk you through in one of the trainings. I create the ad, and TikTok themselves, and inside their ads manager, when you're creating the campaign, they have templates that you can just plug images into, and you can write text and descriptions in there too. The funny part though of the TikTok ad templates is I used one, and then they disapproved the ad because they said I had like a mouse pointer on it, and it did, but it was their mouse pointer from their template. So I'm like, how are you disapproving my ad when I use your template, and now you're telling me your template isn't good for yours? And they're like, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense. I think they actually removed the template, to be honest. So the spreadsheet makes sense. Good. Are you selling father to daughter necklaces on TikTok? No, I'm not. That's the other thing. So my bread and butter is like dad to daughter necklaces. That's where I've been mushy dad to daughter. That's my bread and butter. And as I said, like I'm expanding now, and I'm adapting, adjusting, and moving forward, because if the platform is telling me that the bulk of them are female, then I need to switch up my products to suit the audience. So now it's just a matter of figuring out the audience and what they like. So that's easy. That's just a matter of coming up with ideas and testing them, really. So I'll crack the code on that one real quick. I don't usually sell to females for necklaces or anything like that. I usually sell to males. So I love it because it opens up a whole new world to me. All right. Are you using retargeting ads with your TikTok ads? Yes, you can. And yes, you should. You can actually, you could retarget all over the place too. Like you could even, because it's Gear Bubble where the landing page is, you can retarget on TikTok, or you can retarget on Google Display or YouTube or Facebook or wherever you want. Because as long as you have a pixel on the page that's tracking people and the ability to create the list of people who viewed the page, then you can take that list and use it on any of those platforms. So there's a lot of possibilities here, like cross-platform retargeting as well as on-platform retargeting. So, and if you're thinking of that, you're like, what the heck are you talking about? Well, there are companies that do this kind of thing, and one of them is AdRoll. It's a third-party one, but these guys actually, they'll retarget for you all over the internet. So they'll use like Google Display, they'll use YouTube, they'll use a whole bunch of different like websites and things like that. I'm trying to find where they show. Plans pricing. I haven't looked at this in a while. I think they're, well, it's not bad. $9 or $19 a month. But advanced tracking. Okay. Brand awareness, retargeting ads. Here we go. Well, they're not going to show me more. Anyway, I got sidetracked. But yes, you can do retargeting on here. How does 24 cost per sale compare versus your current cost per sale on Facebook, Google, and YouTube? Facebook ad costs are ridiculous right now. And in fact, I'm pulling back from Facebook until they figure it out. It's just ad costs are through the roof because you can't track. So you are basically like, you're getting in your plane, you're firing up the jet, and you're going, and you have nowhere where you're going, if you're in the air, how high you are, and when you get there, you have no way to tell when you're at your destination. So Facebook ads right now are like flying a plane blind. The tracking thing is seriously affecting their whole platform because it's built on tracking. And when Apple just is wiping out that ability, Apple just took a sword and cut Facebook off at the knees. So their revenues are going to plummet because guys like me are seeing the results are not there anymore. So we are shifting to other platforms, and that it happens, but that's what we got to do. I didn't think it would happen this way, but yeah, I don't know. Are you making money on Facebook right now? Who's making money on Facebook ads right now? Give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 2 if you're not. Like, it's just crazy. Link to sign up. Okay, right here. It's ppc-coach.com/trial. I'll get you in there. Yeah, really. I see a lot of 2s in here because once we can't track a sale, we can't track a page view, we can't track an add to cart. How do you know how your ads are doing, and how does Facebook know anymore who's actually buying and who's viewing and who's adding to cart and who's initiating checkout? They don't. Plus, the way I got Facebook ads working the best was when I had a pixel per niche. So I would have one for dad to daughter, one for husband to wife, one for engaged, one for boyfriend or girlfriend. So there's like 4 different pixels there, but within each one, I then have like a content view, add to cart, and purchase. So 3 times 4, that was like 12 pixels. Well, now they only allow, what is it, 8, something like that, and it's only 8 events per domain. So I can't have like, it sucks. I don't understand Facebook's logic in limiting that now at all, unless they're trying to figure out a new way to track without cookies. I don't know what they're doing. There's people way smarter than me trying to figure out the tracking on Facebook. Like, I'm just not going to be the guinea pig right now. And I found my results started really, the cost per sale is going way too high to make it even profitable. So I'm still going to test and experiment and see if I can come up with something. But I don't know. Even the expensive tracking platforms like Hyros or Wicked Reports or anything like that, I don't know if they're going to be able to handle it. Like I'm not even sure how Hyros is tracking. It's got to be using cookies in some way because you have to track that visitor. I know they use like click IDs, which is fine. And actually, on these forums back in the day, I actually built a tracker, but my tracker would actually take every keyword that you were bidding on Google AdWords, and it would have its own unique link that I would generate for the keyword. So that's how I would track, because I would see where that came in, but I had to use a cookie to place it on the browser. Anyway, I'm talking gibberish now, but the tracking issue is huge. All right. All right. So, how much is the cost per sale from retargeting on TikTok? $18 more or less. It varies. It depends on the product. Oh, RG. Oh, you ask me these questions every time. You want my cost per sale and my retargeting cost per sale. It's going to vary, man. As long as it's profitable, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. Don't get stuck on what I do versus what you do. Get stuck on going and finding that big winner and making it profitable. If your money in versus your money out is in the right direction, you're doing well. So that's like, I'm not going to compare myself to somebody who's way ahead of me because I'll get discouraged, and I don't want that. Until you get in there and you get your hands dirty and you have your own numbers, and as long as the amount you put $1 in, you're getting no more than $1 back, you're good to go. So don't get stuck on these. What's his numbers? What's his numbers? What's his numbers? It doesn't matter. What matters is, are your numbers profitable? Okay. I know because I recognize that now. Uh, Every time I do a webinar, I see you asking me that, which is cool, but don't get bogged down in that. Get bogged down in your numbers. Okay. Deal? Good. All right. We're coming up on the hour. So your next step, like I said, just join. It's $1 for 7 days. You'll get in on at least the first training, which is on Thursday. And then it does convert to $50 a month. I'm not charging enough for the forums on purpose because I want to see if I can help more people. So I should be charging a lot more for this training because you're getting 3 live training sessions and you're getting support. So the support is key too, because when you go and you start launching these things, you're going to have questions. And when you're researching, you're going to have questions. And when you do your first campaign, you don't get results, you're going to have questions. So the people who are getting the most out of the forums are the ones who actually do the work. And then when they hit a snag, they make a post and they ask a question. So I have a golden rule on my forums. The only stupid question is one not asked. So even though I've probably answered the question 5,000 times, I don't care. I'll answer it again because I know that to you, it's the first time you've experienced it, even though I've answered it like a million times. It doesn't matter. So when you have a design that you thought would work, you ran a test, maybe, you know, you got, you spent like $50, you didn't get a sale, and you're like, why didn't this work? Then post it on the forum. Take the design, say, here's my design, here's my campaign. What can I do to improve this? The people who do that go from like no sales to some sales to a lot of sales a lot faster than the ones who do that thing where they give it 1 or 2 tries, and then they quit. So don't be a lurker when you get in there. There are a lot of lurkers right now. Um, be an active participant, and you will get the most value out of that forum. So you're getting access to not just me, a 7-figure seller, but there's others in there that are doing more than me. And unfortunately, I can't get those guys to speak up. It's like pulling teeth. So they're in there though, and they will chime in. All right. Okay, I'm going to close with that. If you, yeah, when you join, you'll get right in. So there's a question like, do I get instant access? Yes, you do. And you get, okay, so you get not only instant access to the current one, but there's 17 completed ones in there too. So every one of these forum sections, like here's one, for example. I'll go to this one, has a readme first at the top. And in there, there's a challenge. And in there, well, this one has setup videos for Facebook ads. But there's the live training replay, live training replay, live training replay. So they all have 3 of them. So if I go like 3 times 17, and this is not hidden from you, even if you join for the $1 trial, by the way. Oh, I lost my calculator. It's hidden. Should be able to do this in my head, but so you get 3 times 17. You're looking at 51 hours of training minimum for $1. So give me a break. I paid $2.02 for the coffee this morning, and you're getting more than that. It's way too. I should charge more. Maybe I should get rid of this trial. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that with you. If you guys have any other questions too, you can go to, if you don't join, then just go here. Go to the group, post them. But I prefer you get in here into the forums because it is a nice place to be. All right. Awesome. Thanks a lot for coming on, guys. I appreciate it. We have a plan. Now we just have to execute it. I hope you'll be a part of that. And when you do, then you can go into the forums, post in the success that you got your first sale, your 10th sale, your 100th sale. Okay. Everybody have a great day, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Thanks for coming on.